It brings out the same emotions in them that Jesus brought out when he made a whip from cords and drove the money changers, which is essentially these people we call banksters today, you know, these top banking elitists. It's not your local credit union. It's these people that have really caused the problem with unsound currency. They've imposed this problem on humanity, okay? And they hate the truth. It makes them seethe with anger and hatred. It makes them murderous. Does that mean we should shrink away from it? No. Okay, if the truth gets you killed, you died for a good cause. You helped advance the cause of justice on this planet for humanity. You did a good thing for your prodigy. Okay. So if you think by being a believer that you know, this is really going to make you liked or loved by the world system, it's not. Quite the contrary. It's going to make you hated, despised. Okay, but we've got to stand up. How's that New Hampshire license plate saying go? Live free or die. And I say live free or die trying. Okay, because life's hard enough. Okay, being human. Okay, you're born into a very dangerous world. You've got natural disasters of every type, accidents of every type, diseases of every type, predators of every type. Okay? And then this whole, while you live this very insecure existence, like a dream, because it's temporary, everybody knows it is, that's science, it's not being negative or it's not conjecture, it's just a scientific fact that it's a temporal thing. You don't get to keep the body that you have. And then more pernicious, worse than all those things combined, is these clowns, these wicked, evil, childish clowns, murderous gaggle of thugs that are running the world, breathing down your neck, stealing your liberty to live free. Because essentially that's what economics comes down to. Whether you are able to feel like you're living free. Do you have a sense of liberty? Do you have a sense of security? Okay, that's what it's all about, senses, because it is temporary. None of us really have any security, since a stray bullet could hit me right now, or any one of us. A meteor, a tree could fall on me. Any number of things could happen. A maniac could come out of nowhere with a machete and cut my head off. I'm not being negative. I'm being matter of fact. I'm being scientific. So what's important is that you understand how badly we're all being ripped off. Okay, that's the working class, the labor class, the regular folks. Vast majority are getting ripped off. We're getting all the burden, we're getting all the lashes, you know, like slaves. We're getting beat for something we didn't do. We are the least guilty party. Okay, there might have been some of us that bought houses speculating and hoping they went up in value and all this, and not understanding how dangerous that thought system is and what it leads to. And what it leads to is economic distress. I mean, can you imagine families moving out of these foreclosed homes? You know how badly we've been ripped off? Do you think this was an accident that the banksters dumped all this money on us? You know, when Clinton got rid of the Glass-Steagall Act right before he left, it was a huge favor to the bankers. It was the biggest betrayal to the American public, to the working class, the poor, the labor class. It was the worst thing that he could have done, the biggest betrayal. It allowed these banks to go wild west on our asses, okay? And what they did essentially, in a nutshell, was it enabled them to just dump all this fiat currency on us, all this junk money, and making our cost of living skyrocket artificially through market manipulation. I can cite specific examples. I'm not going to go into it, but it doesn't take a lot of imagination to see how, if there's no regulations, there's no rules, how they can get away with this stuff. And so they dump all this fiat currency on us, and then they want real blood, sweat, and tears money paid back. And as long as homeowners, which are the critical mass, were benefiting from this scam, they go right along and get along. They become evil. Essentially, it's like Jesus said, make sure the light within you is not actually darkness. This is an easy trap to fall into. It's an easy trap to fall into, to be a money lover and to be unawares that you are. But you've got to look at the absurdity of this whole thing we've been taken by. Okay? How hard is it? It's not impossible for you to imagine a world without money, is it? Come on, every other creature gets by without it. How do they do it? Okay? They find a way. Okay, and the way for us is to share. Okay, because if we shared the wealth of this planet at birth, in terms of giving stocks or bonds or shares and all the natural resources, land, air, and sea, to every citizen, all 7 billion plus people would be multi-billionaires, to put it in dollars and cents. Okay, the point is clear. You're born rich. Okay, it's not God's fault that you got oppression. This is imposed on you. It's unnecessary. It's artificial. It's manufactured. Get that through your head. This is not an accident. It's not unintentional. This is the way these people roll. Okay, the problems in society would be a lot cheaper if you just ended poverty. Okay, people talk about abortion. You want to end abortion? Let's make our lady folk feel safe and secure. That if they decide to keep this child that came into the world the way most of us do, by accident, okay, that she's going to be made to feel safe and secure. So all you people that hate abortion, and I mean, who in their right mind could like it, put that in your pipe and smoke it, okay? Let's get real. Let's get honest. Let's figure out how we're going to live together in a perfect world, okay? Because anybody can do it. Everybody's been giving a measure of imagination. So use it, value it. I do, and that's what keeps me coping. Is that I live to be in a world where only people with the highest values were going to be around me. Idealists, utopians. Because I see no reason to compromise for any man. I have to compromise enough just for the natural laws. Like I mentioned before, the natural disasters, the predators, the diseases, the accidents, death. Okay, that's enough. We don't have to put up with this crap, okay? And we all need to wake up and really get in their faces. And I'm talking about cops, military, politicians. You all better stop being evil. Everyone better just stop being evil, okay? We're all sinners, okay, but we're not all evil. And that's what you got to stop doing. You got to reach deep in your heart and be honest. Because when you stand before your Maker someday, He's not going to buy a lot of psychobabble that's running around in your head. You better get it straight. Make damn sure that you're going to be able to stand before your Maker and justify your belief system, okay? Are you really living by the golden rule? Are you really treating people in all your affairs? And business is on the top, because it goes back to what Jesus said. The love of money is the root of all evil. Do you understand that almost all the evil in this world, except for our sinful nature and all the natural laws that we have to go by, would be gone without money? Okay, there's no way you could oppress another without money. There's no way you could take his liberty away without money. Okay, the violence is all part and parcel of this. All the crime that you could end, if we just ended poverty, that costs Californian taxpayers over $50,000 a year per inmate in California, we could virtually end all of that by just ending poverty. Of course, you're still going to have some crime. There's perverts and whatnot out there. But the monetary aspect of all those crimes, the drug sales, the gangs, and the burglaries, the robberies, crimes of opportunity, embezzlement, extortion, all this stuff would go by the wayside. Okay, you just end for half the price. I mean, hell, there's no jobs. Who feels wanted? Who goes to a job today and feels wanted? Tell me, who? You're full of it. Okay, nobody's doing that, because everybody knows that they can be replaced at the drop of a hat. So nobody's working feeling like they're all appreciated. I mean, let's get real. Okay, so there's no jobs anyhow. You can't call people lazy. You can't say they're unwilling to work. They look at the statistics. They say nobody needs me. Okay, so what in the hell is wrong with just giving people money? If it's going to save the taxpayers money, show me where that's unreasonable. Show me where that's illogical. Show me. You can't, because I know what I'm talking about. And the reason that the problems don't get solved is because somebody's profiting, because somebody wants it that way. They love the fear, the intimidation. Okay, they love us living in that kind of a paradigm. Okay, they love that. They feed off that stuff. They're sick puppies at the very top. And we all better get very in their face. Okay? And not wait for God and the holy angels to come back at the return of Jesus, because all that too, I believe in its time, in good time, will unfold. But in the meantime, we are the hands and feet, the eyes and ears on the ground to do that work. Not violently, but through information, through knowledge, through wisdom, through truth. This is what these people hate, and this is exactly what they need a triple dose of. Okay, so keep on speaking the truth. If there's one thing that you get from listening to this, just keep learning the truth, going to reliable sources like Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. Listen to guys like Alex Jones and all his guests. He gets a huge, wide array of guests on his show. He's a radio talk show host out of Austin, Texas. A guy I respect incredibly, and I think his information is sound. He's still learning stuff. He's not perfect. He's the first guy to admit it, you know, and myself too. I mean, I might talk big right now, but listen, I'm under no illusions. I know I'm just as pitiable and pathetic as the next guy. I'm a sinner, and you know, that's on one hand, and on the other hand, I also know I'm God's child, and that He loves me even though I'm a sinner and I fall short in many ways. But I'm not wicked. My heart is good. I'm ready to lay all my cards on the table. Ask yourself, are you?